Hiya, hiya, friends and neighbors. This is your, well, and motile Martians, which it seems less likely that we'll meet in the future than it did a few years ago. This is Eshkalar, the world's greatest Canadian wizard, also Archmage of Cuba and parts of Australia, mate. And I have something to say today on the mandate of heaven. That's right. The idea that a ruler only has rule because God or the gods support or supports him in that rule. Earthquakes, tsunami, floods, famine, plague, Mongol invasion, all of these can cause a ruler to lose that mandate of heaven.
If you were a good king, you'd have protected us from this BS, and the gods would not have afflicted us so.
Thing is, there are plagues, famines, and earthquakes almost everywhere at the same time. Asteroids falling, volcanoes erupting, rats overpopulating, the Deccan Traps burping, that's 13 parts per billion of centipedes in your breakfast cereal. It's all happening with seeming random density per ruler or people. Geology, geophysics says the Pacific Ring of Fire, a belt of 1,000 volcanoes, endless earthquakes, and many, many tsunami, can easily explain a lot of events otherwise attributed to angry gods or titans. Air currents were not, until quite recently, severely affected by human activity. So monsoon, drought, and the interesting Canadian plague of mosquitoes, not to mention Scottish winters, probably go on without God needing to push buttons or levy curses on the sons of the fathers. The preconceived notion that higher beings, no, I don't mean that hippie on the bus next to you, I mean the other kind, are responsible for weather or lack thereof, or the tension-relieving tremors along the tectonic interfaces, or that volcano that just appeared in your neighbor's yard, dates back to a time when natural phenomena had no simpler explanation, no Occam's razor.
Why would it rain on today of all days? Maybe God is mad at me.
It's a very human reaction, but it ignores all the other people in the world, including those around you who are getting rained on too. Heck, maybe one of those is a smiling corn farmer. Corn needs a lot of rain. Maybe it's a blessing for him, not a curse for you, or both. So if we blame that stuff on a ruler, call it the mandate of heaven, with the gods themselves as the salient authority, it only goes to show that we common people are just as narrow-minded as the nobility. The volcano is geophysics in action. The flood is greed for brains developers who didn't bother to do their research. The landslide is a Peruvian way of life. Lava bombs from Mount Etna aren't aiming at you deliberately, I hope. But after all that cold truth challenge water, you still want to believe prodigies in the earth and in the sky are God's displays of anger or pleasure to a particular ruler or culture, then perhaps you might want to consider the following idea. I think what the human race needs most is one of two things: a godly approval meter or an anti-God missile. I really don't see the need to fund both. This is your old pal Eshkalar, signing off.